If you want to know what shmup means, it means shoot 'em up. Yeah, I know. I know it isn't. I know. First I thought it was Hebrew because hey, you want to go down to the synagogue and you have the shmup. Was that racist? Yeah, that was totally racist. Oh, I guess no ad revenue for me on this video. Hello everyone and welcome to Day 1 Diaries, the series where I look at games day of their release. And on the Steam page today we have Next Jump Shmup Tactics, a game where you pretty much jump around like a good House of Pain song that you might know. And you shoot people. It's pretty basic. The description says that Next Jump is a turn-based tactics shoot-'em-up for people who are bad at shmups, or shoot-'em-ups, but love them. Do space jumps and chase the vicious dragons who stole all the stock of beverage from the galaxy and are now running away. So yeah, pretty much the basic plot of this game is that there are 4 planets with 4 different races on them. Elves, orcs, dwarves, and humans. But apparently there was a new race, or a 5th one, that they didn't know about called dragons that just sort of showed up and stole their booze. I know what you must be thinking with a story like that, it must be some sort of allegory for prohibition in the States during the 1920s where people weren't allowed to serve or have alcohol. But the people are now rebelling against the government, i.e. the dragons, or that could just be me looking into it a little deep. Now, I know you must be thinking that a game plot like that, I bet the fucking gameplay is going to be equally as drivel, but I beg to differ. It does a very good job blending turn-based tactics with sort of shoot-'em-up elements. So you pretty much just jump around on this grid that you're attached to, and you have to pretty much blow up as many enemies as you can, or at least try to. There's actually quite a bit of tactics involved with this. You get to pick a ship. You get 2 from the start, but I assume that you are able to find more and get to play with different ones. This game was only about $5.50 and only about 300 megabytes to download, but it actually seems to have quite a bit of depth and strategy to it. I mean, you gotta watch out for those tic-tacs coming at you at lightning speeds. You have a little energy bar at the bottom that tells you how many turns you pretty much have until the enemy actually goes and it resumes. So you have your hull, which is basically your hit points, and then you also have scrap that you actually collect throughout your journey by blowing up the enemy ships. Now scrap, you can use that to upgrade your ship or acquire new weapons. The main mechanic in the game, of course, is jumping. Shit, how do I fucking explain this? So the screen, or the jump radar, as you can tell, you can pretty much pick a point that you are able to jump to. Now some ships can jump farther than others, or you can upgrade your ship to jump farther, but when you jump with your ship, you have to go into these screens where you have to, and in these screens is pretty much the meat and potatoes of the game, where you go around and you shoot and avoid the enemy ships. Now there's also little in-game things where you can look for SOS beacons, and then they fucking lie to you and it was not actually an SOS beacon, it's just a giant middle finger. So you basically just jump around from point to point trying to get to the dragon mothership and to get your booze back. So overall I actually did quite enjoy playing this game. It really does a fine job mixing elements of both shoot-'em-up games with the kind of bullet hell aspect with a bunch of shit coming at you and you really don't know what's going on, but also sort of turn-based strategy where you have to figure out where you're gonna go to avoid the enemy attacks while also collecting scrap and getting energy so you can move farther as well. There are some things that I also didn't quite get, like there was sort of an electricity thing where you would get shocked and you'd lose hull and then everything would fucking explode. The tutorial probably explains it, but I kind of just skipped through it because I wanted to play the game, but yeah, it was probably a fucking stupid move on my part. But there's also a ship manual that you can access during the game, which tells you pretty much tips and tricks and what to do, and of course, like an asshole, I didn't read that either, because fuck everyone, I do what I want, I'm entitled, millennial for life. Alright, hopefully you can sort of grasp what I like about this game and what I don't from the ramblings that I've pretty much verbal diarrhea, as some have coined it. But I do have to recommend this game. Definitely, and keep installed. And there is quite a nice level of difficulty with it too, and strategy. If you like shoot 'em ups, and if you also like turn-based strategy games with I guess a little mix of RPG in there too, with leveling up your ship and shit, then I definitely recommend this game for you. So if you enjoyed this more informal, just me talking to you about this game that I bought version of Day One Diaries, then, you know, give the video a like and leave it in the comments, because, you know, I do read them, all one of them. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this video of Day One Diaries, and I'll see you in the next one that will be coming 3 years from now, in the year of 2020, when YouTube is a distant memory and is gone the way of MySpace. Alright, see you later. Bye!